Good morning and welcome to a regular meeting of a panel of utility commissioners and staff of the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority held today, Wednesday, August 14th at 10 a.m. by remote teleconference. My name is Chairman Marissa Gillette. I'm joined virtually today by my colleagues, the Vice Chairman Jack Pekoski and Commissioner Michael Karen. We have a regular calendar and a consent calendar in front of us today. First, we'll turn to the first two items on today's agenda, docket numbers 240103 and 240104, which address PURA's annual review of the rate adjustment mechanisms of the Connecticut Light and Power Company and the United Illuminating Company. This morning, we have PURA Staff Supervisor Peter Kramer with us to present the decision for the panel's consideration, please.
Thank you, Chairman Gillette. Good morning, Commissioners. In these proceedings, 240103 and 240104, PURA examined the Connecticut Light and Power Company, doing business as Eversource Energy, and the United Illuminating Company's rate adjustment mechanisms, also known as the RAM, which are comprised of the Generation Service Charge, the Bypassable Federally Mandated Congestion Charge, or BFMCC, the Non-Bypassable Federally Mandated Congestion Charge, or NBFMCC, the Transmission Adjustment Clause, or TAC, the Systems Benefit Charge, SBC, Electric System Improvements Charge, or ESI, for Eversource, and the Competitive Transition Assessment Charge, CTA, also for Eversource, as well as the Revenue Decoupling Mechanism, or RDM, for both companies, and collectively these are the RAM components. Pursuant to General Statute Section 16-19B, 16-250 or 245G, and 16-245L, and pursuant to the December 2nd, 2020 final decision in docket number 200101. The authority annually performs a full prudency review of actual revenues and expenses from the prior calendar year associated with the RAM components and, if necessary, orders rate adjustments associated with its prudency review effective September 1st of the current year. The prudency review commences each year after the authority issues an interim decision in April, approving that year's RAM component rates. The final decisions for vote today would order limited adjustments to the RAM component rates effective September 1st, 2024 through April 30th, 2025, following the completion of the authority's Phase 2 prudency review. Specifically, with regard to the findings and the decisions in today's Eversource RAM decision, the authority finds that adjustments are required for the NBFMCC for the period of September 1st, 2024 through April 30th, 2025, to recover likely expenses associated with the company's 2024 calendar year revenue requirement. The total average kilowatt-hour cost increase amounts to an average increase for Eversource ratepayers of approximately 0.3845 cents per kilowatt-hour. The authority adjusted the NBFMCC to account for expected cost increases in 2024 due to certain known and measurable adjustments in clean energy and grid modernization programs that are administered by the utilities. In today's United Illuminating RAM decision, the authority finds that adjustments are required for both the NBFMCC and the Transmission Adjustment Clause, or TAC, for the period of September 1st, 2024 through April 30th, 2025, to adjust for likely expenses associated with the company's 2024 calendar year revenue requirement. For the NBFMCC, this includes a true-up to adjust for costs. And for the NBFMCC, that's the known and measurable changes. And for the TAC, that's a true-up for adjusted costs regulated by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, or FERC. The total average kilowatt-hour cost increase amounts to an average increase for UI ratepayers of approximately 0.4592 cents per kilowatt-hour. And more specifically, the authority adjusted the NBFMCC to account for expected cost increases in 2024 due to certain known and measurable grid modernization programs that are administered by the utilities. And additionally, the authority adjusted the Transmission Adjustment Clause, or TAC, to true up costs from UIs 2022 and 2023 FERC Forms 1, and to include other costs approved by FERC. Authority staff recommend these two decisions for approval. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kramer. Is there a motion?
I move adoption.
Second.
Thank you. The decisions have been regularly moved and seconded. Are there any comments before we vote? If not, Mr. Bumpin, the roll, please.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Chairman Gillette.
Yes. The decisions have been adopted. We will turn next to docket number 240620, the application of the Connecticut Water Company for approval of the issuance of up to $150 million of unsecured notes. And we'll turn to Authority Staff Guy Mello to present the decision for the panel's consideration, please.
Thank you, and good morning, Madam Chair. Good morning, Vice Chair and Commissioner Karen. On July 21st, 2024, the Connecticut Water Company submitted an application pursuant to Connecticut General Statute 1643B, requesting the authority's approval to issue bonds in an aggregate amount not to exceed $150 million in unsecured notes. The company requested approval to issue one or more unsecured notes with a maturity ranging from 1 to 30 years and the principal amount of up to $150 million. The exact amount, maturity, terms and conditions, redemption provisions, and coupon rate will be determined at the time of issuance and will depend on prevailing market conditions. The interest rate on the debt will be fixed or floating, consistent with market rates for debt issuances of like maturity and similar credit ratings at the time of marketing and pricing. And this is subject to a maximum credit spread of up to 400 basis points over the comparable yield on U.S. Treasury obligations with similar maturities. The notes will be issued at various times, but no later than December 31st, 2025. This authorization period will begin from the date of approval by the authority through December 31st, 2025. The company's proposed use of debt is consistent with Connecticut General Statute 1643B, because the debt is for purposes other than paying expenses in the ordinary course of business and for the payment or not for the payment of dividends. The company states that it will use the proceeds of the $150 million of long-term debt to pay down its short-term borrowing lines totaling $34 million as of April 30th, 2024, and to fund the company's capital expenditure plans for 2024 and 2025. In evaluating a proposed debt issuance, the Authority General considers transaction fees, terms and conditions of the debt issuance, the coupon rate, and the effective yield, and the overall financial impact on the company. Here, the proposal is for a series of future bond issuance and not a specific debt or bond issuance at this time. Therefore, the actual amount, maturity, terms and conditions, and coupon rate are currently unknown and will be subject to the prevailing market conditions at the time of issuance. The authority has analyzed the effect on the notes on the company's capital structure, cost of capital, and credit rating using current market conditions for the coupon rate and traditional terms for the secured debt. The company has asserted that this issuance will not hinder any future financing or harm the company's financial flexibility in any way. The company is presently rated A- by S&P, and the company expects its credit rating to remain the same after the proposed issuance of the long-term debt. Based upon the authority's review of the application and the company's details of the transaction, staff recommends this decision be adopted by the panel.
Thank you, Mr. Novello. Is there a motion?
I move adoption.
And second.
Thank you. The decision been regularly moved and seconded. Mr. Bumpin, the roll, please.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Chairman Gillette.
Yes. Thank you. The decision has been adopted. We'll turn next to the consent calendar, in which there are 4 items. Is there a motion, please?
I'm Chairman, I've moved today's consent calendar.
I second it.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been regularly moved and seconded. Mr. Bumpin, please.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Chairman Gillette.
Yes. Thank you. That brings us to the end of today's regular meeting agenda. We will adjourn. The next time we will convene for a regular meeting is in 2 weeks on Wednesday, August 28th at 10 a.m. by remote teleconference. Thank you. Have a great rest of the day. We are adjourned.